So one of the things that you brought up, and this might be jumping ahead a little bit, was one of the keys, which is having the conversation about facts and not emotions. I think that is critical. Like I can imagine you're upset about something, and I think you even gave an example of, instead of saying I'm overwhelmed and I'm stressed and I'm this and I'm that, state exactly what it is. Maybe it's like what you said. Well, that intake team that you hired from the Philippines to save money is costing me time, or, come to them with facts instead of emotions. How do you do that? How do you keep your emotions out of it?
I love that. And I always train people, because this is more so on the support team side, especially I think I can say this here, especially for women. We're always so afraid that we're emotional, that we're sensitive, what have you, especially in a law firm environment. We want to show up professional. We don't ever let them see you sweat or cry. Mm-hmm. And I tell people it's like riding a bike. You have to try it on. So if, when it comes to facts without the emotion, you schedule time on your attorney's calendar, which hopefully you have regular time scheduled for reviews and check-in and what have you. But you schedule time on their calendar and you put the subject matter on there. I want to review our intake process and how it's impacting the life cycle of the file, how it's impacting my billable hours. And you have bullet points right there. So when you schedule time on their calendar, or if you're going to their legal secretary, executive assistant, you give them the data and the facts and the information, because otherwise they're going to go to Storyville and think that you're coming in to quit or ask for a raise or what have you. So you want to prepare it just like you would for a board of directors meeting. And then when you come in, listen, the first time, if this is new for you and you're not used to that, you probably will get emotional. So what I like to say is bring the tissues in the room with you if you know that about yourself, and preface it and set the stage and say, okay, I'm studying with Ann. I listened to this podcast. I read this book, Fix Your Boss. I really want to step up and lead. I really want to start issue spotting. I really want to start coming to you with proposed solutions and suggestions. And right now, this is a little hard for me, so I might get a little bit emotional about that. But, one of my favorite sayings is, all it takes is 20 seconds of insane courage. You bring the emotions up, they come with you, you name them, you already identify it, and then you say it. And then when you have your data points and you're anchoring to that, they just dissipate. And now you treat it like a board of directors meeting, and always coming from the perspective of how it impacts the client, how it impacts the firm reputation, how it impacts the law firm, and then how it impacts your job. So the one in the Philippines, you hired this intake, there's a lot of mistakes, what have you. And, here's what I noticed. It's taken me an average of 2.4 hours per file matter now to chase down information. It's taking me, and you're coming with time and money and the impact on you from an energy perspective as well, and the impact on the attorney. I can imagine that I love that you told me you saw that you're starting to see a lot of mistakes. I understand the impact to you, and I want to be a problem solver. I don't want to create extra work for you. From my perspective, where I'm seeing, here's the areas that I'm noticing that we probably can make a 2 millimeter shift and eliminate that.
So I'm curious, do you have any advice then for someone who, because I always tell paralegals that attorneys don't want to hear excuses. When something goes wrong, they don't want to hear excuses about this late filing, or would you call it, it's not excuses that you're saying, right? It's the people in the Philippines, it's present them with actual data.
Yes.
About the mistake.
Yeah, absolutely. I would say, and I love that you said that, because they don't want to hear excuses. And usually the excuses end with a period at the end of the sentence. Well, the reason I didn't do this was because the outsourced team you hired in the Philippines or what have you. And then there's a period at that sentence. You're not coming to, okay, great. When you're anchoring to process and production, And again, that facts without emotion, you're anchoring to that with real live data and information. And the sooner you can do that, then it's not an excuse. It's an excuse when the attorney has to come to you and ask you why. It is never an excuse when you're proactive about it. You're seeing it, you're naming it in real time, and you're taking action on that and, scheduling a stand-up meeting, and you're coming like a CEO, like a business consultant, like a production cop, and you're coming from that perspective and you're spearheading it. And the second you notice this, because this is the thing when courageous conversations that I'm really passionate about, I think is employees, we have been trained, especially in the legal space, especially paralegals, that you should be lucky to have a job. You are going to come in and do what you're told, put your head down, keep your mouth shut, and you will get rewarded with a paycheck at the end of 2 weeks or what have you. But those were the rules that we were handed down however long ago that you started your career. But now what I'm hearing from attorneys is that might be the unspoken rule, but that's not what they're looking for. When they have a paralegal come to them, put time on their calendar and like, okay, great. I just want to talk about, I'm identifying there's, not hitting billable hours. There's a lag in the process, production bottlenecks and what have you. And I just want to give you my perspective. I've been tracking this. I've been auditing it. And here's where I think it starts at intake. And then it starts here. I know it was cost effective to hire the Philippines, but I went back and looked when we had that legal assistant that was $25 an hour versus $12.50 an hour. Here was actually where it was working. It was saving you time, me time, the life cycle of the files. We had somebody here who could over communicate with clients, and the customer or client experience was white glove, off the charts, what have you. They would be like, so you're like, so for the additional, $7, whatever, a week or an hour, a week or what have you, here's where I see that we're actually losing money.